This will be a short review of the overall road and bridge program. And on the video page, there's, let me log in here. On the video page, we'll take a look at it right now. Go to Help, Online Training, and Videos, and click on any one of these. Go into specifics on any area of the program.
Good morning. This morning we're going to cover the menu.
Also on the help, there's what we included in, up to now. How do I? The V10, V11 new functionality versions. Um, there's a 100-page help PDF in here. Rather than read it all, I recommend you use just the search function to get to the areas you're interested in. Um, the National Pipeline mapping is plummeting here also. Bridge structure standards. Um, we take a first look at the program and go to the All Assets module. Now, on these browse windows throughout the system, they all have hot columns on them. So when you click on that column and you enter like a K, it'll jump to that K road first. If you spelled KLI or KIH, it would go to this one. Um, Once you select a road, we'll go back here to the first time. Once you select a road, um, like this O1L, brings up the record of that road, which is also linked to the culverts on that road, the signs on that road, the bridges on that road, and any other assets on that road. If we take a look at signs as the example, and we can double click on this particular sign, and it'll give us the definition, any particulars on that sign, info on it, and also maintenance history. So you've got an immediate one or two clicks down from a given road to a given sign. The costs accumulate all the costs on this road in this fiscal year. Let's take a look at fiscal year 2021. Just enter it, press the tab. You'll see the costs accumulated on this particular road in 2021. Now this is just the maintenance of that road. The other assets costs, bridges, signs, culverts are separate costs. So if you want a total cost on everything, you need to simply add up those costs. And this gives you a total of the maintenance costs. You also can Google the road, and it will go out to Google and let you drill down on that road. Um, the oh, there's we'll save this and exit out of this. And next we'll go to the bridges module. The bridges, signs, and culverts modules basically are all similar. They collect individual discrete assets. They have descriptions down to, let's take a look at this bridge. These specifics, so Latin lawns of it, spec 1, spec 2, spec 3, 4. The maintenance history then shows you the maintenance history on this road or on this particular bridge from the beginning. So it's a total historical maintenance history. Okay, now we'll go to the menu systems. It has 7 different menu systems as well as your classical Windows drop downs. We've made the menu systems over the years and kept all of them because different users like different menuing systems. The main menu system gives you a full display of the total system broken out by cost centers, management, and accounting. You only use whatever systems you want to use. You don't have to use all the modules. They will coordinate in if you add them later. Let's go back to the quickest menu and let's go down to cost accounting. Now, cost accounting is where you include the costs and record the costs of any work done. We'll take a look at this record. Um, Record-wise, it has the project. The only mandatory field on this is the project field. All the rest of the fields, as throughout the system, are optional. You use just the fields you want to describe the work that was accomplished, the equipment that was used, or any material that was applied. Also, help screens are built in throughout the system. Um, Take a look at what is a task. So we click the 17 tasks and it goes down to explain it. Uh, let's exit out of this. And we'll save this. The culverts, we covered it because it's similar to bridges and signs. Fleet management is the next module we'll take a look at. And fleet management is where all the equipment as well as its maintenance is maintained. We have two different ways you can keep track of your fleet maintenance. One is via the individual shop work order with discrete line items on it. The other way is using cost accounting and charge anything to equipment expense. That is equipment expense. The EQP button lists the equipment. We'll take a look here at any piece of equipment. It has the description of that equipment, whether it's gas or diesel or whether hour or mile meter. The other specifics on that particular piece of equipment. The preventing maintenance. It keeps track of all that, gives you notice of when it's due. PM info is like a history of info on PMs that were done. There's also a memo for any general items and that are related to preventive maintenance. Maintenance history brings up the full maintenance history on this piece of equipment in fiscal year 2022. We just spent, it looks like $30 on parts and fuel. If you change that to 2021 and press the tab, it'll bring up all the costs in 2021 by labor costs, parts and fuel, and outside repairs. You can also put a picture of your equipment in there, and we'll close out these windows and go to fund accounting. Now there's two types of accounting. One is cost accounting, where you record the work done or performed or equipment running, that sort of thing. And then fund accounting, if you do use it, is where you record your spending. Anytime you spend money to maintain anything, um, then you record it as a purchase order. And there are two versions of purchase orders. One is a non-inventory purchase, and let's go out here, the inventory purchase. So you record it into one side of the purchase order or the other side so you don't get a mix up. Um, let's see, we'll take a look here at the menus again. Um, let's go to the dashboard menu. This is like a quick zoom in on like summary costs. They bring it up for the current month you're in, and then for the fiscal year, it calculates the fiscal year costs, and then the calc totals. So you can get a total just with a couple of clicks on where you stand in any given fiscal year. And let's go back to that menus again, to the quickest menu. The other assets are any other assets that aren't exactly classified as a road, street, or bridge. There's permitting module, a projects module. You create a project on any particular um, uh, work area that's done. In other words, you give it any project name, and it'll assign that. You can include it in a Nebraska specific module. The fiscal year it's in, a description of the project, whether it's a FEMA project or not. You check FEMA. Then it keeps track of all of your operations. Um, let's pull up a live project here. Okay, this is a project on the ficus pit. If you run multiple or gravel pits, for instance, you keep track of it as a separate project, and you make the definition in here any cost that's been accumulated on that pit through the current fiscal year. Um, there's a Nebraska, a 1, 2, 3, 4 specific. They handle our projects differently, so we written an adjunct to the program to cover that. There's a scheduling module and a work order module. So that pretty much covers the overall procedure. There is one other item. Your browse windows, if they have the report writer, that means you can write a report on any given item in here. And we'll just look at some pre-selected. Otherwise, you can create a brand new one, put the lines and totals and all that you want. We'll uh, select a previous one. This is a sorting order, and then we'll run this the particular. It, it'll be over a large set of records, so it'll take a little while to generate. Uh, let's run it over a shorter one, so I can show you the report that it generates. Let's go to fuel report, and also it's under the fuel tax calc and select it. And then this is your report. You can enlarge it and it'll show you the total the way that you put in the subtotals and all whatever you define in the report. Let's see, also there's report writer help button available. It pulls up the help on specific in that particular module. Um, the filter is for sorting. If, for instance, you want to look at all the work that you did in February 5th of 2021, you drag it and pull it down there, click apply. It subsets your records to that date. You also can enter the specifics you want if you want to type in um, like the work date field, the equals field, or the operators field. Um, but a quick and dirty way, if you just want to look at a simple lookup, it's just a drag and drop function. Once you have that record or those records subsetted, you can send them out to a file, which could be a PDF, an HTML, Excel, um, a CSV, or an XML or JSON for talking to other systems. Um, let's just go ahead and run this on the Excel. And we use the XML format because it's the fastest way to generate in Excel. You have to have your own purchase Excel on your system or Excel under the 365. So it just generates a specific spreadsheet on that data with headers and everything. You can go and edit it like you would any Excel spreadsheet. So that pretty much covers the full system. There's a lot of functionality. These particular buttons up here on the toolbar let you go from the end of the whatever you selected. We'll go like to the work order number, and we'll go to the last one, or to the first next one up, or to the first ones, and it jumps through your table real fast. The control end or control home lets you jump from one end to the other real fast. Uh, let's see. Oh, also the other function that is important is your reporting. You can run your classical Windows drop-down reports, or you can go to Report Manager. There's around 500 plus pre-written reports in here, and they're broken out by category, a report name, or then this is where you store a report so you don't have to look for it again. It'll be over in this area. Let's look at budget reports, and we'll look at a budget by selected month. Highlight it, print selected. Let's go for 2020. The third month of the calendar year, and we'll run that. And this is on your, so you can keep your fiscal year separate from your calendar year. And there'll be quite a few records in here, so this will take a little while to crank it up. Okay, this is basically all the subtotals on that. So behind each line item here, there's a whole bunch of records that add up to 2.871 million. The budget here, because we're looking at it through part of a year, is a little misleading because it doesn't show the full fiscal year budget. Okay, let's see. That pretty much covers the full Road and Bridge program. The videos on the video page describe each module a lot more thoroughly. So we'll exit out of this and see you on the other side.